I'll see you soon, bud. Daddy's gonna go make some horsepower. What's going on, guys? Snowdrift here. Today in this video, we're gonna be dynoing the 1000RR. Before we get this video kicked off, you guys, I just want to ask, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And we're always doing something cool here on the channel. So if you like the video, please like it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that stupid bell that everyone's talking about, and enjoy the video. What's going on, everyone? Snowdrift here. In today's video, we are at Mars Performance in Fayetteville, Tennessee, and we are going to get the CBR dynoed. It's so weird seeing it on a dyno. So, these guys. Yeah. Where? Matt. I've been there.
Good.
Yeah, you do. What pressure do you run them at?
40.
40?
40 on the dyno.
What does that do for it?
It makes all the other bikes comparable.
Ah.
Everybody's 40. So if you got a bike in here 25 and it makes less power, you know, then you got to do, that way I compare this to the last CBR that I did.
Gotcha. Is that what you got?
Or when you come, I just do 40, and that way when you come back, no matter what, it's got 40.
Make sure all the variables are the same.
Yeah. See, now there's some variables in the tire. What happens is you get these guys with these 003 Shinko hookups, and I end up with rubber on the tire. You get a broom and sweep it off. And they absorb 15, 17 horsepower.
So what all do you measure? Like you have to measure the air-to-fuel ratio. You have to put like a probe in the exhaust.
Yeah, we'll stick a probe up its butt. And that'll give us an air-fuel ratio. And then we'll measure horsepower and torque at wide open throttle.
So if it had an O2 sensor in it, would the O2 sensor try to force the ECU to run richer or leaner one way or the other?
These things have a closed loop system, and some of the bikes have O2 sensors in them, and especially the newer bikes.
Right.
And they do slightly adjust 3%.
Right.
It's kind of a waste of time.
Well,
the
this one
is so that if you sell a bike in Florida and you sell a bike in Michigan, it's got the same, it'll kind of self-adjust. And it's got a power commander 5.
3.
Oh, USB. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I've been doing a little bit of research. I've made a few videos on it, just trying to learn, because besides doing like a full exhaust and putting like a cam in it, I know that doing like electronic mods like aftermarket ECU for the AFRs, that's really the only way you're going to get more power pushing out of these things.
And you got cams in this bike?
No, that's going to be what I want to do next, because it's that tough job.
The thing about cams is you got to understand these Honda engineers. These guys are smarter than some kind of shit, and they got all these computer programs and stuff, and they got this thing, because the 1000 market is so competitive. This thing makes pretty good power. If you start changing things, an engine's like a combination lock. You can't just change one number.
Right, you got to change everything.
If you want a motor to work efficiently and make good power, if you change the cam very much, you better change the compression.
Right.
See?
You need lower compression for a more harsh cam?
No.
Higher compression?
Yeah, if you got a higher lift, more duration cam, you need more compression.
So what about, would you have to change your timing at all?
Maybe. That depends on what cam you use, what compression you use. We got a little blue SV out there.
650 or SV? Is it 1000?
It's an SV 1000.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 650.
No, it's got a piston kit in it. I'm sorry, it's not overboard, but we raised the compression.
Okay.
And
because you can't stroke a motorcycle engine, can you?
sure.
Oh, okay. Well.
Sure, I stroked the hell out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work good. Yeah.
I'm so stoked.
So which wires you gotta find?
He's got to find an ignition wire that goes to the spark plug wires or the coil packs, and so that way he can get a torque reading. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. So we're gonna ask him because I have no idea.
I feel like he knows more.
Yeah. So Dan, why do we have to find the wire for the torque?
The drum will measure the power.
Right.
But for us to get torque, we have to know when the spark hits. So we can measure how many times of revolution the spark hits, okay, and to the drum, and we can figure the torque that it's making. That's the rate of acceleration.
I gotcha.
So we'll get a torque reading on it, and a horsepower reading and air fuel. And the whole this is an inertia dyno. So what it does is it's actually measuring the rate of acceleration.
Okay.
And the power it takes to do that. It'll compute the power it takes to spin that drum at a certain, like if it's spinning at 40 miles an hour, the time it takes for it to spin up to 60 miles an hour, it takes X amount of power to do that. Gotcha. And if we have an ignition, it'll tell us the torque, that's a division of the horsepower.
Man, how come your license plate's so discolored?
Because I believe that this thing's been running too rich. Like you remember the Ziploc bags that were in here?
Yeah.
You know how one was like basically brown and the other one was clear? My exhaust is spitting out what I believe is to be unburned fuel for the most part. Like I'm not sure. I'm basically rolling coal on my bike. So I don't know.
Might be.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's what my exhaust is spitting out.
That's not good.
I don't think so. And that's why I think it needs to be tuned too. Because like before I even put the tune on the power commander, it was a tune that was already pre-made. It wasn't made specifically for this bike, but before I put the tune on it, we could be sitting at a stoplight and it would just be idling, and Dylan, or I think you've talked about it too, you could just smell fuel that's coming from my bike.
Yeah.
Ever since I put that tune on there, I think it leaned down some aspects of the fuel map, and so that way I haven't been smelling it as bad. And I would go into my house at night, my wife would be like, "You smell like gas, go take a shower." And so and ever since I put the tune on there, I haven't been smelling it as bad. So hopefully that helps a little bit, but I want to, after we see what this thing's running, eventually I want to get Dan to put a actual, what would you call it, a custom tune specifically for the bike, for its needs, whatever it needs,
Okay.
So what year is this bike? It's a 2006 CBR1000RR. And Dan, with your experience, how much do you reckon you think it's going to put down?
155. No. I would guess. What kind of pipe is on it?
It's got a
Talking about the undertail.
It's a full titanium Acropovic.
Oh
Yeah.
Maybe 150.
That's what I was thinking too. I was hoping for 160, but realistically, I'm thinking probably close to 150 as well.
Yeah, the Hondas are down on power a little bit, but they're up on a lot of other things.
That's what I've always heard.
Yeah, what's your name?
However else people pronounce it. People can't pronounce my last name. Yeah, it's exactly how it looks, pretty much.
Where's this thing redline?
12,100.
Okay, so stock motor, Acropovic.
Yeah, Acropovic, however you pronounce it.
And the map that's in the USB, the map that's in the Power Commander, you got a number for it?
It's M125-003.
Let's see if we can find a tap signal.
For sure. Woo! What? I can't hear you.
about 150 or so? What do you think?
I think 150 because that's.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Be optimistic for me. I want it to make more than that.
That sounds good.
160 sounds good, but I know it's not going to be that powerful.
I might say 155, I guess.
151.
But now part of that is a bump. See a little bump at the end?
Yeah.
Can't count that.
Oh.
So yeah, you can't count that. So back up right here.
149.
149. Okay.
72 foot-pounds.
That's not bad.
It went almost 150 miles an hour.
All right. And that was in what, 4th gear?
Here.
5th gear? Oh, that's not bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Here's a solid 151.
Hey, was that which run was that?
The second time I did it, I pulled it back to back. It had a spike right here in the pickup, so the torque is not correct.
I got you. Yeah, how much torque was I making right there at the spike?
It made 72 pound-feet of torque.
That's not bad for a motorcycle. That's not bad at all. Like,
Other than it getting a little bit lean right here. It should have stayed here like this, and then came up to this. Right?
right.
And this is fine down through here. But it shouldn't have gotten lean here, but those RPMs, you know, this thing goes, that's something else. I hit the rev limiter both times.
Right.
And this thing here says a little over 12 grand. But it actually is a little over 11. It's a Lion tachometer.
All right.
All the manufacturers do that.
Oh, so it only goes to about 11.
A little over 11.
Okay.
But at 8 grand, it's a little bit lean. But at 8 grand, that little bit of lean is not hurting nothing.
Right.
If you decide you want to go in there and put, 6 or 8% in this area here, it wouldn't hurt. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. See the difference in the torque?
Holy cow.
So that tells me this thing probably was spinning. For street riding, I wouldn't fool with it.
Okay.
For street riding, I'd just leave it alone.
All right.
I think it'd be fine. See, it's actually, it was spinning, and the power wasn't getting down here. It shows up in the gear ratio as the other way.
The horsepower is so linear. Like, it looks really good. I mean, to me, it looks good.
Yeah, it pulls real nice. Right to 151.
That's really not bad.
So your torque is better shown as far as that's how the torque graph went. What I wanted to do is give you the speed so you get, that's a serious, there's no glitch in that. That's 151 horses.
Yeah,
okay?
no doubt.
It would have wheelied the second time I pulled it.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to question Dan's judgment whatsoever. I didn't come here.
I keep 2 big bottles of nitrous on hand.
Hey, that's pretty neat.
I do turbos and nitrous. A lot. I do port work and head work.
See, that would make my bike a little faster. There's a couple turbos on it.
Actually, at 150 horses, it sounds like it's pretty good.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you say that it sounded good because I hear things and I'm
These
like,
are loud motors. These motors right here, the 1000 motors.
Yeah.
You fire them up, man. You think the valves are coming out of it. So let me make a note. So that's a green wire with no stripes.
I could put you a little piece of electrical tape on there.
I will just, you know where it is next time you come back.
All right, guys, I passed the test. We're just about to leave Mars Performance out here. Dan did a really cool job, answered all my questions I asked him, and it's a real cool place, real cool dude, really knowledgeable. So I'll put up all the numbers on the screen for you guys and everything, but thanks for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I appreciate you, and we're gonna close this one out, guys. Thanks for watching. Should we do a take 2?
No, it was fun.
Good. Good. Marker. Take 2.
No, it was good.
Okay, cool.
I kept it pretty straight.
I trust you. I mean, you're better than a tripod.
I wanna be a good man. I wanna see